5 for me. Yeah, by 5.
5. It was my favorite too.
It
Out
really
of the
was.
4.
It was my favorite. All of our favorite. Make sure to like and subscribe and turn on your post notification bell.
So you never miss a video.
Hey guys, if you're new here, I'm Frank.
I'm Izzy.
And I'm Eva.
And if you're not new here, welcome back to Marquez Mayhem. So today we're going to review 4 series. We're not going to do the Netflix series. 1, they're adult. 2, we're not sure or fully sure how much they're going to really bring out of those series to the MCU. We're going to start off with Loki. Pros and cons. Pros. What do you got?
So, I really liked the Loki variants. Like, how all of them were obviously all Lokis, but like they all had different personalities. They all and didn't all look the same, which is kind of cool too.
Yeah.
For me, I really liked how the timekeepers turned out to be robots when the TVA really stressed about the timekeepers and how they created a timeline, but it was ultimately robots. So that was cool.
I did like that as a twist as well. I had a con that all the Loki variants in the Void were all the survivors in the Void. Out of all the timelines possible and all the characters possible, only Loki variants were alive.
That was weird.
Like that was just
So many more.
felt like lazy writing. And out of all the Easter eggs that they had in the Void, still only Loki variants that were just running around. That was just a weird thing for me. But a pro for me was Mobius and his dynamic with Loki. Their back and forth banter was just the most entertaining part of the show for me by far.
That was actually one of my favorite parts too, because that's what kept me interested in the show was just their funny conversations.
Yeah.
Which leads me to cons though, that they just had a lot of unnecessary conversations, which led to the episodes being longer for unnecessary conversations.
For me, a con was that we learned that the TVA workers were variants from Earth, which was confusing to me because why was Earth the only planet that the variants came from?
Earth?
That are the keepers of the timeline, but they were only from Earth. There's so
of all timelines, right?
Of all timelines, and all
Boring.
planets, and all universes, they pick Earth. So
lazy writing.
Yeah.
Another con for me, or at least a takeaway, was Sylvie being as unstoppable as she was. She's just accomplished too much. And just alone being able to escape the Void and then defeating Kang. I know that was a necessary, I guess, event to happen or to take place to release the timelines and all the variants of Kang. Which is awesome. I mean, I'm looking forward to see different versions of Kang the Conqueror, and all that jazz. But why did Sylvie have to accomplish all that? And why was she able to accomplish all that? That no other person was able to, pretty much defeating the TVA and just escaping the Void and killing Kang. That was just way too much for her to accomplish, and no one was able to. When they were able to prune all these characters and all these strong individuals and just prune them like nothing, but then she's able to escape, outmaneuver, outsmart, I get Loki's are cunning and tricky. Yeah, I mean, it just didn't make sense to me, really. But I guess all in all, it was a 6-episode series. I felt like they wasted a lot of time being that short of a series. First 2 episodes were really intriguing, pulled me in.
Yeah, we started off strong.
Yeah, and then it became really lazy.
It fell off. Yeah.
It really did. And Mobius never got to ride his jet ski, so
Oh
yeah.
that was a shame.
Oh yeah.
Mobius is my favorite.
Next, we're gonna do Falcon and Winter Soldier.
All right.
Pros and cons, guys.
So pros is that it was cool how Sharon Carter was the power broker in the end, and then we found that out, which was a cool twist because I don't think people were expecting that.
That was pretty cool.
One of my pros was that they kind of showed how Captain America, the Walker Captain America, he was good and bad. He showed good in Captain America, and he showed parts that could be bad, like when he killed a flag smasher in public.
Yeah.
because he was angry that his friend Hoskins died. So that was kind of cool.
A pro that I have with Falcon and Winter Soldier is the character Zemo. He's a charismatic dude. He's obviously in previous movies where he many say that is the most accomplished villain, where he got all the Avengers to more or less fight each other. And in Falcon and Winter Soldier, he was kind of an anti-hero. He doesn't like super soldiers or powered beings. He just wants the world on an even playing field, and I don't necessarily hate him for that. He just does some weird things to accomplish that goal.
Yeah.
So, but I like Zemo, at least as a character in the show. A good twist that I found interesting was the power broker as well, Sharon Carter, and her rejoining the CIA at the end and being the crime overlord or Madripoor, which they show in Shang-Chi, which again is all intertwining and makes the MCU just complex and so fulfilling and satisfying. But yeah, Madripoor, like she's a crime overlord. She is the power broker, and what she brings to the MCU, we're gonna find out whether she's gonna be stealing Stark technology and giving it to other villains, or well, I don't know. But
She has access to all.
yeah, she's got her hands in a lot of things. So
Yeah.
I thought that was intriguing. So I mean, for me overall, I think the Winter Soldier was like a slow moving but good, solid show. Over politicized, but you know what you get in that realm.
Which brings me to a con. It was too political for me. Like, there was a lot of action in it, which was cool, but like the political part of it, it was just because it's about Captain America and stuff, so it was just too political.
That's my only con too. Other than it was kind of hard to figure out the plot, and it was slow paced, which wasn't very intriguing, especially to kids.
So yeah, I guess that could be a con for a lot of younger viewers. I think it is pretty cool how Falcon and Winter Soldier do touch on touchy subjects. I'm kind of gonna leave it at that in a sense, but I don't want to over politicize Marvel and the MCU for that matter. But you know what you get when you're watching that realm, whether it's Captain America movies, and in this case, Falcon and Winter Soldier. That's kind of their niche. So it might not be for everyone, especially for the younger viewers, but I enjoyed it. But overall, it was like a slow-moving show that it paid off. I mean, they did allude to the Dark Avengers, which I think is interesting in a sense. You mean whether we get a group of anti-heroes or villains. And the whole Sharon Carter thing, I think that would be cool too, moving forward. Now, WandaVision. Pros and cons, girls. What do you guys think?
Do you want to go first, Izzy?
Okay, so pros was like, I liked how the hex Wanda put around Westview, her town she created. Like, it was broadcasting her life, points in her life, to like the real life people. Like, there was a show on it. And also, the commercials, they all had broad things about her past. Like, they all had hints about her past, which was also cool.
Yeah.
And the commercials between the show she put on in real life.
Yeah.
I thought that was
So
cool too.
that was interesting.
Something that I thought was cool was Monica Rambeau.
Yeah.
She was incorporated from the Captain Marvel movie when she was the family member. Like, she was the daughter of.
She was the daughter of Captain Marvel's friend.
Yeah, and they showed her in that movie, and then now she was all grown up in WandaVision, and I thought it was really cool how they incorporated that.
Yeah, I found it interesting. WandaVision was cool. I think it spent too much time in a sitcom. I know that was kind of the point that made it intriguing, and it was a negative for me at the same time.
Intriguing for younger viewers.
Yeah, I think like
I
a lot of younger viewers would really.
Yeah, I guess that's probably a good point. The kids did mention that that their peers did like WandaVision.
Everyone was saying it was a good show.
Yeah, so I mean, if that captivated the younger viewers, that makes sense. For me, and as an adult viewer, they played homage to multiple famous sitcoms. Offhand, I do remember Modern Family, I think.
Modern Family, yeah.
It was something they took a little bit of. I Love Lucy in the 50s. But yeah, it was a cool show.
It was.
It just but as a sitcom by itself, even because you didn't even look at it as an MCU series for a while.
Like the end.
For the
Yeah.
first few episodes.
Yeah,
It was just
like 4 or 5
Yeah.
episodes, and it's a 9-episode series. But just as a sitcom, if I'm rating that, like it was a C plus.
Yeah.
So like, so it's hard for me to rate it really high as an MCU series. But yeah, I mean, as a con, I think it did spend too much time. Agatha Harkness, she was like the obvious villain.
Yeah, it was really obvious.
Her name was in comics.
Yeah, and I know a lot of fans were hoping Mephisto was in play and that be the case, but no, it never was. Agatha was like the main villain the whole time, and I guess everyone knew from like the jump. So that was kind of a con. I mean, I don't want to dock the show too much for not, I guess, paying off with that, but Agatha was the villain the whole time. Would be.
Yeah, and we didn't know that the whole time.
Yeah, Vision had his best action sequence of any movie or any time in the MCU, which was cool, fighting himself. And Wanda finally became the Scarlet Witch, tapping into chaos magic and really, really kicking butt. I mean, and she
So powerful.
her introducing her kids, the twins, that was a big deal, and her hearing them at the end when she's kind of tapping into, I think it was dark magic. That was cool. I mean, that shows that they could potentially come back and we can see them again.
Yeah.
And I'm looking forward to see what happens next. I mean, she's gonna be in the Doctor Strange movie, co-starring,
Excited for her.
which we're all excited for. So yeah, these series are doing a good job. I guess intertwining with the movies and not just being standalones like a lot of the Netflix series were. So I do appreciate that because Wanda's going to be in Doctor Strange. The kids could come back, right? Like they alluded to her being stronger than Doctor Strange himself. So yeah, Vision regaining his, I guess his consciousness and his memories. That in the show at the end, like that's a trip. Like what are they gonna do with that?
Another cool thing is that the town people in Westview, her town, they were connected to Wanda because when she felt pain, they also felt pain, and then remember like they all like were going to her and saying, "We feel this, we feel that," and she was like getting scared and then like stuff like that. I thought that was cool.
Yeah. So now we're gonna do Hawkeye, and Hawkeye, I guess across the board was probably our favorite show.
Good.
Yeah.
And not probably, it was by far.
Had everything, you know?
It really did. It was another 6-episode series and didn't waste any time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Every show had character development, had mad action.
And all like things we didn't know.
It was entertaining.
Yeah. It was a twist or two that we liked or enjoyed. And
It was just a good show.
Yeah, pros. What are some pros?
Mine?
Whoever.
Okay.
John.
So one of my pros is I liked how they showed they had the mom of Kate being or Eleanor. She was the one that was working with Kingpin. So like I don't think a lot of people expected that. We expected Jack or somebody else to be the main villain, but it ended up being the mom, Eleanor.
So
we paid debt.
she was repaying a debt and in turn was working with Kingpin.
Yeah.
Which is a big spoiler in itself because Kingpin was in the Daredevil Netflix series, which was a huge thing and a big fan service payoff, which I thought was amazing. Bringing back the same character. And yeah, Kingpin was back.
She was working with the main villain. So
and fighting, what was it, Lady Hawkeye? What do they call her now?
Yeah.
I thought that was amazing bringing him back. And in that same light, I know we're talking Marvel series, but Spider-Man, they brought back another beloved character from the same Netflix series Daredevil, and Matt Murdock, who plays Daredevil. So what are they doing with the Netflix series and how much they're bringing back to the MCU canon?
Connected.
Who knows? But Kingpin and Matt Murdock coming back is awesome.
That's cool.
Yeah, that was good.
Yeah, I mean, hopefully they bring back the Punisher. I wouldn't mind that. But yeah, that's another video. I can go maybe do the Netflix series. But yeah, no, Hawkeye was amazing. It was just, I have nothing negative to say, really.
Yeah, I don't have any, like, another pro is, like, I liked how Hawkeye's and Kate Bishop's relationship grew really close, and at the end, like, he called her partner, and it was, like, a heartwarming moment. But it was just cool how you see their relationship bond and keep going. It was cool.
Yeah, I mean, Kate Bishop, her character was great.
Just cool.
She was good.
Yeah, she was really cool. I mean, she did a lot of growing, and even having to pretty much put her own mom in jail. I mean,
Yeah.
like
That was a cool twist.
that was yeah, like
I like how she to end her hero journey. Like she ends up putting her mom in jail because it was the right thing to do, even though it was her own mom.
in her character arc, how she kept alluding to Hawkeye doing whatever he can to be the good guy,
Yeah.
and
Oh,
being the hero without having any powers himself,
Yeah.
and having the courage to do what's right.
Mhm.
And then at the end of the show, her courage to do what was right was putting her mom in jail, even. So, yeah, I mean that just it was a great show. I mean they closed a lot of questions that they introduced throughout the series, and you felt satisfaction watching that show.
Mhm.
So
It's all throughout interesting.
yeah, and we're gonna rate the shows now from a 1 to 5 star rating,
Yeah.
and we're gonna start off with Loki.
Okay.
What is your rating with Loki?
So 2 out of 5 for me. Least favorite.
2 out of 5. I'm gonna do 2.5 stars out of 5. So my least favorite too.
I did 1.5 stars out of 5 for
Harsh.
Loki. Yeah.
Falcon and Winter Soldier.
3 out of 5, which is okay.
I also did 3 out of 5, which is a solid show.
I did 3 out of 5 too.
So WandaVision.
I did 3.5 out of 5.
Okay, well I did 3. 3 out of 5, and that being the same rating as Winter Soldier, I think I enjoyed them around the same,
Yeah.
but they were 2 totally different shows.
Yeah.
And that means I had to enjoy them in 2 totally different ways, but they were both good, solid shows.
Yeah. I gave it a 4, so it was good. It was a good.
Wow, that's a strong rating.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then
Hawkeye. Out of 5.
5.
5 for me. Yeah, by 5.
5. It was my
That's
favorite
so
show
It
out of
really
the
It was
4.
our favorite, all of our favorites.
So yeah, if you guys enjoyed our review, please like, subscribe, hit that notification bell. But yeah, well.
And question of the day.
Oh yeah.
Tell us, out of these 4, what your favorite show is out of these.
Yeah, I want to know. I'm happy to have some conversations in the comments, and yeah, if you have any other details that you want to share about the show or things we might have missed that you liked or disliked, make sure to put that in too. But
Thank you for
Thank
watching.
you guys for watching.
yeah, thank you.
See you next time.
For sure.
Bye, guys.
Bye. Hey guys, if you're new here, I was gonna say if you're new here, welcome back. If you're new here, welcome back.
guys.
If you're new here, welcome back.
Welcome back. Welcome back.
Wait, this cord looks
Especially
stupid.
if you're new.
I think so.
This cord looks stupid.
Well, we don't have any of that.
I'm glad it's not in our intro.